This is Tyler Lewis here with Phenom Hoops. We're honored today to have one of the best point guards in the 2023 class, Trey Green. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No problem. The one thing I love about you on the court, obviously your leadership, but your passion and energy that you just bring to the game. And in you being a small guard, obviously it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. That's a saying I lived my whole life by because I was such a small
Hmm.
guard. How is
Right.
it like for you being a small guard and you going out there every night and just doing what you do?
Really, it's something that you got to have in you. Like, it's a dog. So I know I'm shorter. So I got to use my height to my advantage as much as possible, staying low, being quick. So it's really something that, you got to have in you. And once you got it in you, you feel like nobody can stop you, no matter the height or anything.
No, I 100% agree. The height doesn't really matter. It's all
Mm-mm.
about the confidence you have and the dog
Right.
you have in you that matters. And you definitely bring that to the court every time you step out there. To me, I feel like you have like ultra confident. Like every game I've seen you play, no matter Oak Hill, whether we're at Rock Hill,
Right.
AAU, like you're willing to step up, take big shots here, make big shots. How do you feel when you're in those situations and you're taking these big shots? What goes through your head?
What goes through my head is really like, I mean, there's not really any like pressure moments. Really, it's just something that a lot of people have in them, and just to knock down a shot, that's a good feeling, especially when you knock it down. But when you don't, it's really the confidence of me like putting in the work. So like when it does happen in the game, then it's nothing to really worry about because you've been working on it so much that it's becomes second nature.
For sure. And I know you put in the time every day. I know you're out here grinding nonstop 24/7. So when you get put in those moments, it's just natural for you.
Right. Right.
And I mean, that's something that as a player and other people from the outside looking in really don't understand the amount
Hmm.
of work that you put in every day. So on to tell the outside world, what is your workout schedule like daily?
So I switch it up. Really, some days I, do a lot of weightlifting. So, say Monday, I wake up around 5:30. I'll go to the Y and I'll do some lifting with my dad and his trainer, and then I'll go to school. And then after school, we got practice from probably about an hour and a half. Then after that, I go back home. I'll probably either try to come back to the school or another gym and get some shots up with my dad. And then let's say Tuesday it's switched up, so I'll go in the morning and shoot, and then later weights and stuff. So I try to mix in a lot with the weights, just because I'm a shorter guard and I'm trying to keep the body type, the frame on me. That way it doesn't offset anything.
And I see it from the outside, like how more explosive, how much stronger have you gotten? How do you feel
Hmm.
like that's played a role in you becoming a really good strong point guard out there?
I think that played a big role in my development, especially with coaches, college coaches wise, because the height, that offsets a lot. But my athleticism that I developed really helped out a lot. My jumping ability, being able to dunk the ball, play above the rim, finishing at the basket, playing above the rim really helps with being comfortable around the basket, because when you're able to leap like that, you can get your body in the, bigger opponents and such, and also be able to block shots. So at my height, it looks real well when you're able to block shots, at the basket. So it helped out a lot.
No, for sure, and I definitely see it, and hopefully these college coaches see the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, you have a tremendous amount of talent. You're a tremendous leader out there on the court, and I think one of your best attributes I just described you're just a winner, and
Yeah.
I think that carries over to whether it's AAU or high school. Like, if I was a coach, I definitely want you on my team because I know that you're gonna
Right.
help me win the game. What do you say is your best attribute on the court, and what's one thing that you're working on every day to get better at?
Attribute. One probably like my best one I'll say is mm, my shooting, just because shorter guard. I've been really working with my shooting since little kid, and then my cousin Dan Green, he plays at UCF. He's a shooting guard, And me and him, before he moved, we just been shooting until it became second nature with everything, the rotation, the form, footwork, everything. So I feel like that's my best attribute on the court.
And what's one thing that you're working on that you think you have to improve on to be the best player at the next level?
I feel like my on the ball defense, because like you said, my athleticism has kicked in. So I feel like if my on the ball pressure, amps up a little bit, I'm able to get a lot of steals and, fast break dunks and able to show a little bit more of what I can do.
For sure. And I mean, obviously I see that you're getting better at it game in, game out. As a freshman, you played both basketball and football.
Hmm.
How has it been kind of focusing on just one sport?
It's been it's been good, but at the same time, it's like you miss the other one. So like right now, I miss football a lot, but I'm able to really focus in and lock in on basketball, which is something I want to do at the next level. So it's really like at the same time, it kind of lifted, a monkey off my back, because like I'm not, during football season, I'll be working out for basketball as well. So it's just a lot on my body. But right now I'm focusing on basketball, and I can, recover a lot faster and everything.
How hard was it to make that decision to play just one sport like basketball and kind of
Yeah.
let go of football that you said you love?
It was definitely a tough decision, something that, had kept me up at night, just because not only the sport, but the relationship I had with the coaches at Vance, football and basketball. So football wise, they won a state championship and want to do it again, repeat, stuff like that. So it definitely something that kept me up at night just thinking about, because, I was gonna miss out on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I had to, do its best.
For sure. And as you know, I mean, making that transition over to Lake Norman Christian, how has the process been for you this year?
It's been a real, slow, steady process. It's something that, definitely changed me as a player, especially, because last year at Vance, I wasn't on the ball as well, as much. And this year I'm on the ball, I'm bringing the ball up the court. So, which is something I'll be doing at the next level. So I'll have to, get used to it, and, which is what I'm working on. I did a little bit over the summer, becoming a true point guard, but also doing what I do, which is score. So it's definitely something that, changed my game.
Yep. No, I completely understand. Keep scoring that ball for sure. And
Right.
you do a tremendous job at that. And obviously, you do a tremendous job leading the team too, and just getting other people involved and able to create for others. You're
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by a lot of talent right now at Lake Norman Christian. How has that been, and how has that played a role in you becoming an even better player?
Um, Really being surrounded by a bunch of talented guys, um, that want to win like me, that that's something that helped me out a lot, because, when you have guys surrounding you that want to win, that want to do anything to win, including the coaches, it helps you really want to, not let anybody down, just improve yourself day by day. So it helped me out a lot as far as carrying myself as a leader, really.
That's awesome. And I know you guys played Oak Hill on national television, ESPN.
Mhm.
How was that experience? How was that ESPN factor? Like, how cool was that to play on national television?
That was a real cool experience. It was fun, really. Just people after the game texting you like, I seen you. Then you got all, the tags on Instagram, people watching you on TV, your family. So it was really fun. Just to, have that experience and the atmosphere really, with it. It was really fun.
And it makes it better. I mean, obviously, I know you wish you would have won the game, but
Yeah.
you played really well, and I know
Thank
that
you.
that helps out too, right? Whenever your
Yeah.
friends are watching you on TV, they hit you up after the game,
Yeah.
for sure. I know, like right now here in the state of North Carolina, have y'all been wearing masks and playing with masks right now? How do you feel like about that, and has it played a role in your like breathing and all that stuff?
Yeah, so here, they just put in a rule where in the games, you gotta wear a mask. But before it was practices, and it's kind of hard to be able to breathe in the mask when you playing basketball. So it's something that I have to adjust to. Everybody else does because it's a requirement, but I really keep it under my nose because it's real hard to breathe with that thing going. So it's
No,
definitely an adjustment, though.
no, I definitely understand. It's hard enough to breathe sometime when you're just walking around, let alone when you're
Right.
running full speed, diving on the floor. It's really tough. I know you mentioned your dad with all your workouts and all that stuff. Is he one of your biggest role models, and is he the main person that kind of helped you become the person you are and the player you are right now?
Yeah, my dad, he as much as we butt heads, that's really my dog. Really, like, you know, if I have a 30-point game, he tell me at the end of the day I should have had 40. So it's one of those where like he pushes me to never be satisfied with anything. Just keep working, keep your head down, which helped me out a lot, especially with this transition because like my coming to Lake Norman Christian because um my stock has rose with, some of the recent games I played. And he's been telling me, like, just keep working, keep your head down. All that stuff will come, which helped me out a lot. And yeah, he is my role model.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My dad's one of my role models, and
Mm-hmm.
they love you to death, but they're your toughest critics.
Right. Right.
And I mean, I remember I used to get in the car and you either played a good game, you thought you're going to go home and they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
happy, and all of a sudden what you
Chew
do that
you
for?
out.
And
Yep.
yep. So I completely understand, but at the end of the day, he cares for you. He'd do
Yeah.
anything in the world for you.
He tells me at the end of them, like, when I stop talking, that's when you need to worry.
That's right. That's right. And that goes with coaches too.
Mm-hmm.
When
Correct.
coaches quit getting on you, that means they quit caring about you.
Right.
So you always want to coach, and obviously a dad that gets on you all the time, I guess. Um, what is your kind of short-term goals that you have for yourself, and then what's your long-term goals for way out in the future?
My short term.
Yep.
So, really just becoming a complete point guard. Like you said, facilitating and getting my teammates in the spots and, distributing the ball. And some of my long-term goals is really becoming high major, competing at the next level and, just taking it, day by day.
Sounds good. And I know you want to get to that high major level. There's no doubt in my
Yeah, I do.
mind. No doubt in my mind you'll get there. Did you have a school that you grew up cheering for, or like you have like a dream school? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. You don't have to put it out, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna lie, it was Duke just because of the household. My dad went to Duke, played college there, football. So I grew up, watching Duke and all that. I just enjoyed Duke. But over the years, it kind of switched up. And my dad kind of hate me for it because now I'm leaning more towards Carolina. But I mean, really, it's just all love.
for sure. But those are two good ones. Blue bloods,
Yeah,
man. Blue bloods.
you're right.
And when did you kind of realize that you were gonna be the player that you are today?
Um, that's really tough because really it just kind of happened with the work that I was putting in. I didn't really. It just kind of happened with the work I was putting in, and day by day, just hoping that I'll get better. So it just kind of blew up for me.
Sounds good. Outside of basketball, what are some things that Trey Green, what does he like to do outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball, I like fishing. People
Okay.
don't know that a lot. Fishing, I enjoy doing just like peace, just time, just to stop stressing, and just do something.
Everything just
Um,
calms down out there.
right, right,
Not a
and
worry in
then
the world.
and then yeah, fishing. I like to spend time with my family. My sister especially. That's my road dog because she don't go anywhere without me, even though she in college. So really, that's really the only two that I like to do outside of basketball.
That's awesome. And going back to basketball, who do you kind of model your game after? Like if you're sitting there watching film, like who are you watching?
A lot of people, well, me, I kind of see. I haven't really done a player comparison, but a lot of people have said, Randolph Childress. I've seen Devon Dotson. I seen Devon a lot. I seen a lot of different people, and I kind of see it a little bit as I look back, as I look and watch, some of their games and stuff. So that I can agree with it.
For sure. And who is the best player that you have played with, and who's the best player that you played against?
Best player I played with, my boy Mikey. It's just because we have an understanding of each other's game that we respect. So like if he sees that I'm hot, he just like, go ahead, just do what you got to do, and then mine will come. And then like if he's hot, it's the same thing. So I'll tell him, go ahead, you hot, just go ahead and keep working. So we had that kind of respect for each other's game and understanding of what we got to do. And the best player I think I played against, I haven't played against Rob, my boy Biscuit. Biscuit, he just got so much in his bag. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like he'll hit you with some crazy stuff. He's super crafty. He can shoot, take it to the basket, he uses his body well. He's just a handful to guard. But that's my boy. So
That 2023 class, man. Those are four really good guards right there. You, Mikey, Aiden, and Rob, for sure.
Yep.
And you got Jalen as well.
Yep. Jalen
So
played with
crazy.
him.
5 good ones. Obviously being from the Hoop State, man, what does that mean to you? What does North Carolina Hoop State mean to you?
North Carolina Hoop State means to me is just a bunch of dogs. We have, if you hoop here, like you're gonna play up against some dogs. No matter what, we gonna hoop. We're not gonna let down. We can score, we can run. So really just a dogged out, outright hooping type of state.
For sure, man. A lot of dogs right here in North Carolina.
Right.
You can't be scared of the competition, that's for sure.
Not at all.
Because there's not much running you can do.
Nope.
My last question for you, man. If you were to play yourself one-on-one, so you're going against yourself, are you getting a stop or are you getting a bucket?
Bucket.
I love it. And why would you get a bucket?
It's because, knowing myself and I'm playing against somebody like me, it's going to be kind of hard to, defend. So I feel like I just get a bucket on myself.
I love it, man. Especially when you have the ball in your hands, it just feels
right.
I mean, you feel like you can score on anybody.
Definitely.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Trey, man. It's been a pleasure. One of the best guards in the class of 2023, and we appreciate you coming on the show.
Man, appreciate you for having me.
No problem. Thanks.
Yep.